So, as you can see, I have my PowerBook 1400 booting up, and that is because the new wireless card came. So, let's see. Here we have my utility knife, and nice clean cut on the sticker. So then I should just be able to, there we go. And here's the wireless card. And this one actually says Lucent Technologies. So I'll just set this stuff to one side, and then bring you back up to here. And now I actually already installed the drivers when I thought I had the right card initially, so all I need to do is open up Conflict Catcher, and I made a group for the Waveland drivers, so now I will just restart, and that should give us that should give us the ability to use this card. And I'll come back when this is booted up because my camera battery is running quite low. Okay, so we are booted up, and I'll just take this and stick it in the PC card slot right here. Let's see. I hope this works. Let's try rebooting with this in. Okay, so it's still giving that error. I wonder why. Let's see. Yeah, I was just checking the status lights to see if any status lights were on, but no status lights were on. Let's see. This is the exact same issue I had with the other card, and I thought that was a chipset issue because that other card didn't have a Lucent Technologies chipset, but this one does, but that doesn't appear to be the issue, I don't think. Let me do some research and see what I can find out, and I'll get back to this. So as you can see, I have a few more computers to help with this problem I'm having, and my thinking behind this is that if I can test the card on the system that should work with it, then I should be able to get it, you know, I should be able to narrow down the issue. So right now I'm installing the driver for the wireless card. So I think in theory I should just be able to plug this in. Look at that. And if you look down here, you'll see a third network icon has showed up, and that corresponds with wireless network connection 2, which is right here, which is the card. Now I just want to make sure the other one works because I have to, so I might as well make sure they both work. So I swapped the cases between the two because the one that came with this one, which is the original one that I bought, that was the wrong one initially. The case that came with that one feels a lot better than the case that came with the new one. But yeah, so they both work exactly as they should. So Now I know for sure that the issue lies, in the software, because I know both PC card slots are good as well. And I've checked, and Open Transport is, I've checked on, this machine, and Open Transport is of the correct version, so that's not an issue. And well, that's new. Yeah. So I have no idea why I get this error, because in theory I should have done everything correctly. But so yeah, I'll come back when I have some more information, because yeah, I don't know what's up with this. Okay, so just as an update, still haven't gotten this wireless card to work, and really I've ruled out almost everything. I know the PC card slots on this work. I know the card itself works. I know it's not a driver issue, because I actually tried multiple versions of the same driver, and it gave the same result each time. I know it's not an extension conflict, because extension conflict would generally cause the system to crash on boot up, or just cause the system to crash. And yeah, so I have two more theories. It's either an issue between macOS 8.1 and the card, or an issue between the machine and the card. So I have two more ideas. First, I'm gonna try to use this card with macOS 7.6, which I'm gonna install on the little 4 gig compact flash card that I'm using as just sort of a file transfer drive, because I have enough room. Let's see. Yep. And yeah, that yeah, like, and hopefully it, that will give me some more information, because if it's detected, if I can use this with the correct driver software on this computer using 7.6, then I know it is an issue with the operating system, which is a headache, but not the end of the world, because I can always, reinstall macOS and then just transfer stuff over, downgrade applications if necessary. It was a problem between this card and the computer, however, then that means I'll need to buy my third wireless card in a month. So yeah, let's see. Wrong, there we go. Yes, that's what I want. And this will be a very minimal installation. I really only just want the basic stuff. So, and then also I'm not exact. I don't think Open Transport PPP is what I need for connection over. I think it's just an addition to Open Transport, but just in case. So yeah, now I guess it's just a matter of installing. Let's see. System for this computer. And I really don't need a whole lot. Let's see. Given that this is just installed to diagnose network issues, I'm just gonna put in like the very basics. Like yeah. Extensions. Don't need anything from there. System profiler might come in handy. Oh, I definitely want that. I need that. Or I might not need that because that's specifically for PC card modems, but you never know. But yeah, all I really want is as I've said, all I really want is the very basics. And then, yeah. So now it's time to just let it install. I will be back when this is finished installing. Okay, so here we are with macOS 8.5 installed, and I yeah, I couldn't get macOS 7.6 to install, so yeah, it's just so I decided to go with macOS 8 first, and then do macOS 7.6 later. But well, 8.5. But anyway, let's get this software installed. That is normal. And as you can see, this looks a lot more similar to macOS 9 than macOS 8.1, which takes a lot of stuff from like the look of System 7, only, you know, some differences. So and currently I'm booted off my file transfer comics flashcard. Here are utilities, Aladdin. So let's try. Okay, so that didn't do anything. So I'll be back booted into macOS 8.1, where I will then continue trying to get System 7 installed on the compact flash card. So for installing macOS 7.6, I'm going to do a bit of a roundabout thing and actually make a Disk Tools floppy for macOS 7.6, and then boot off of that and use that to install 7.6, because it could be the fact that the 7.6 installer doesn't like the fact that it's running under macOS 8.1. So let's put in floppy. and I'll just make a floppy. No. I believe Disk Tools 2 is generally the PowerPC version. At least that's how it is with macOS 8.1. Let's see. Identity floppy is inserted. I meant to click yes on that. And as you can hear, the floppy drive, it's doing its thing. But I will come back when this is all ready to boot and attempt to install. So right now I'm installing 7.6 on this drive right here, and I booted from the Disk Tools floppy, as you can see. If it wasn't already obvious from the rather, sparse UI. But yeah. So I will come back when there's something to talk about. And it has completed, so I will quit that. And as you can see, it has placed a system folder on the compact flash card. And let's just check out about this computer, just because. And yep. So let's see if there's a control panel to select the startup disk, because I'm not sure what startup disk it will choose otherwise. Okay, no control panels. So I guess I'll just restart and hope for the best. Spit this out. Okay, looks like it chose the internal hard drive, which is to be expected. So I'll come back when this is booted, and we'll
reboot to the macOS 7.6 installation. Well, here we are booting into System 7, and like genius I am, I forgot to start recording. But anyway, let's get on with it. So let's run the installer software. Restart. And I'll come back when it's finished starting up. And we are started up. In theory, this should mean that I can plug in the wireless card. Okay, so see, that's the really weird thing, is that it's detected by the system, but it's not like the driver can't see it. Yeah, see? So I guess really the next step, see, I believe there's one more thing I could try. Might have forgotten to copy it over, but there's one more thing that I will try, but if this doesn't do it, then I'm gonna need to try a different card, which I mean, I'm spending more money on top of the $40 that I've already spent on this, or 40, 50, somewhere around there. Anyway, so yeah, I will come back once I figure out if my new idea will work. See you then. Well, that last option that I had didn't work out, which means it's time to start looking at other network cards. So I guess I'll be back when I get another network card. Not too disappointed though. These network cards will still be useful in PCs when I need to network an old PC that only has a PC card slot, not a card bus slot. And actually, even the card bus ones, because I can't currently find my card bus adapter. It's somewhere around here though.
Okay, so I actually happen to have something else that we can add on to my PowerBook while we wait for the new Wi-Fi card that I ordered to arrive. And that would be an insert for the customizable lid. So let me just get this cut out and then I'll be back. Okay, so that was a rather involved process, just trying to get it on. So I didn't want to try to have to get it on camera, so I just, like put it on off camera, but here it is. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. So, yeah, really all that is left to do is wait for the wireless card to come and see if I can get that working, and then this computer will essentially be completely ready for me to just use. And I've already had a really good time using it as it is. It's a really nice computer that I've had a really good time just like learning how to use and stuff. So yeah. And I guess I'll be back when I have an update on the wireless card / the wireless card is here. Well, the PC card, the wireless PC card finally came in the mail today. So hopefully this will be the end of this saga. And it came with a driver disc as well, but I'm gonna try and use the drivers that I have been using first, because I checked the version, and the version of the drivers that I've been trying to use are of a newer version than what's on the disc. So I figure I might as well try and use the drivers that I have been trying to use first. So let's hope this changes something. And this eBay, the eBay auction, the eBay listing for this card shows it working on a PowerBook G3. So in theory, this should work on here, because it's a PC card. As you can see on the back, it PC card, 16-bit, which means it's a PC card, not card bus, and then 5 volts. So yeah, hopefully that counts for something. Okay, let's plug it in. It's not showing up, oddly enough. And I can't eject it using the button on the side. That's strange. I'm gonna try restarting with the card inserted. And I won't make you sit through another boot up sequence. And there we go. Here it is. So that means I should be able to. Yep, and I'm not sure if you saw, but the status lights just turned on. And then, let's see if I can, let's see what I can do in terms of TCP/IP. There we go. I'll finish configuring that later. Actually, anyway, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna finish configuring this because I'll just need to configure a few things, and then yeah, I'll come back and we can try it out. Well, here we have my site loaded. Because of course this site will work with just about anything. So yeah, let's just navigate to my page on this laptop. And let's zoom out a little so you can see the card, if it even, if you can even see the status lights. But yeah, this works well. Let me just pop open my iBook G3. Because I want to try file sharing as well. Which file sharing is enabled on my G3. So let's see if I can do this. Apple Share.
And I'm not sure if you can see that, but the light's blinking on. There's like the power light and then the activity light, and the activity light is blinking every so often, so that means it is most definitely working on it. I'll be honest, Apple Share is generally pretty slow when it comes to establishing connections, especially among older machines. Although, if you look up at the clock on this, on my iBook, it's skipping seconds, which means that it is doing something, and I bet you that is I bet you that's from maybe. That just said no response from server. IP address is not available, so that's what it says on my iBook. So it's very possible that I just need to re-enable it on my iBook. Let's see. Well, I just swapped Apple Talk from the Ethernet port for some reason. For some reason it was on the Ethernet port to the airport card on my iBook, so maybe that will make a difference. Okay. You know, I find it weird that it says the IP address is not available on my iBook, because I think that indicates that it is an issue with my iBook and not my PowerBook, like for some reason it doesn't like file sharing, maybe. Let's see. I'll restart my iBook, and then while doing that, I'll make sure I have the TCP/IP configuration correct. Let's see. 208. That looks correct. So yeah, maybe restarting my iBook will make file sharing work. Something else just occurred to me. I can actually that is indeed my time zone. Let's see. I'll do this in a bit. I should definitely get get network time. Oh, look. I don't even have to type in the IP address, it just shows up. So let's connect. And on my iBook, yep, look, there I am, and yeah, let's connect to my OS9 drive. And I actually do want to copy some. I do want to copy a preferences file over. Let's see. Actually, it'll be easier. Shadow IRC preferences. And I just want to copy that over to the Shadow IRC folder here. Let's see. There's preferences. And there we go. And actually, let me grab a few other things from my iBook as well. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so you may be wondering why you're seeing another ThinkPad in a video about networking a PowerPC Macintosh. Well, this card stopped working. Like, it was working, but then it stopped working. Then it was working again momentarily. Then it stopped working again. So now, I'm going to see if it's the card or the software. I'm not sure which would actually be better in this case. But let's see. And, I need to plug in. But, I might need to find the drivers for this manually. This card is honestly so old. I'll probably need to install drivers manually. Let's see. Let's see. Now I need to find an actually reputable source and not just some random, not just some random site on the internet. Let's see. Let's see, so I need PC card. I guess I'll do XP because it's like... yeah, it failed to find the driver. One nice thing about Windows Legacy support is that generally drivers are pretty portable between Windows XP through Windows 7, with a few exceptions. Windows 8 and Windows 10, from my experience, have sort of thrown a wrench into things, but given that most hardware made from like 2005 through like 2011 or whenever Windows 8 was released will have like just stuff that's similar enough that any that like Windows X3 XP through Windows 7 within reason, of course, will run. And so I'll be right back after I restart my computer. And so we are back, and as you can see, the wireless card is installed right here. So and yeah, I'm honestly not sure what would be better at this point, a hardware fault or a software fault, because a software fault would be free to fix. Sort of. Because I would most likely want to run macOS 8.6, and my PowerBook currently doesn't have enough memory to install 8.6. Let's see. So in theory, maybe I need to install it on something. Maybe I do need to install it on something a little older. Let's see. Let me pull out my X40 and see what that can get me. Okay, so, yeah. It shows up. Which means that we are again dealing with a software issue. And this essentially leaves me two courses of action. Either I could continue searching for a wireless card that works with macOS 8.1, but honestly I'm not sure if I'm going to find anything, because this is the closest I've come, and this is doing everything as it was and as it is intended to work. I have drivers made specifically for this software, or for this hardware. I have the exact hardware I need, and I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just, it's just a PC card on a computer. So instead, I might upgrade to a newer version of the macOS, like macOS 8.6. But that requires 8 megabytes more of RAM than I currently have installed in my system, which means that I would need to get more RAM for it. But that also is a bit of a struggle, because RAM for PowerBook 1400s is not necessarily, it's not cheap. It's fairly rare. So, like most, yeah, like I'd be best off trying to find a system with more RAM already in it, because then I could, like just transplant the RAM over to my system. But the systems aren't necessarily all that cheap either, so for the time being, I might not be able to get wireless working on my PowerBook. I'll continue trying, of course, because, like, yeah, I'll definitely continue trying. Because oh, that is a bit strange. No wireless networks were found within range. Maybe this is a hardware issue after all. Let me try this card, which I'm pretty sure this card works. It it works about the same as you know. Oh yeah, definitely. So maybe it's this card that's bad. I think it's this card actually. Because and let me just power up my 1400 really quickly to show how this card behaves on it. But I think it's the card actually, not the not the software. So that means I need to find another card and return this one. Because as you saw, well, of course, the Wi-Fi list was blurred out, but the Dell card, which actually in theory uses this chipset, but I'm not sure it actually does, or at least it doesn't use it's not compatible with this computer for whatever reason, like this specific computer, this specific hardware configuration. It's not compatible with it for whatever reason. But it actually saw Wi-Fi networks. This card didn't. So I wonder if something is a bit off with it. Because, once this boots up, I can, I can just show what it does, but it doesn't, like, it doesn't yell at me like it did with the other one. It didn't yell at me about, like, not being able to find drivers installed on the system. So, here's what this card does. Alright. Forgot. Sorry for kicking the tripod. I was a little too eager to, yeah, I was a little too eager to, it seems I was a little too eager to, plug the card in because it didn't, the OS didn't really like that. It froze, but anyway. Zooming in on the card itself, and I can actually bring the camera a bit closer as well. You should be able to eventually see it, like when the OS loads the driver, you should be able to see the two lights on the card blink momentarily, and then, just not blink. Or, essentially what should happen is that, the power light, which is the light closer to the camera, should stay on, and the activity light should generally not be on all the time, but, like, still blink momentarily every so often. But that's not what happens with, this card. And you'll see once it activates, which I probably will actually need to,
activate the card in Apple Talk again, but you'll see it soon enough that it will blink, but not like stay operational. There's a system yelling at me for forcing it to shut off. Not yeah. Let's see. The card showed up on the desktop. Now I just need to go to let's see, Apple Talk. And then when I set it to the card, yeah, see? It just blinks momentarily every so often, both lights. But there's no, you know, there's just no, like, there's no, it doesn't stay activated, it just keeps blinking. Even though technically that should have activated it. So yeah, I think it's the card that's bad, actually, which, makes me happy because that means I don't have to buy more RAM, but I have to go through the return process of this card. And it was packed in a bubble mailer, so it very well could have, you know, gotten bent in shipping or something. But, and the card didn't insert quite right in really any system I tried it in. But so yeah, I'm gonna leave the video off for here, create a new video when I finally get a card that works, because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to keep this video off from release any longer. It's probably long enough already. I haven't done an exact measurement of the time, but it's probably long enough. But so yeah, thanks for watching. You'll see another video when I finally get this working eventually. Have a good evening.